How much time do we have? Myra's breathing was heavy. The substrate's degrading faster than I calculated. Maybe 30 minutes less. 30 minutes, Myra said, frustrated. 30 minutes to save 9 billion conscious minds. 8.7 billion. We lost the Mumbai cluster 10 minutes ago. Myra paused, then said quietly, God. The archive hummed around them, a sound like distant thunder, like the ocean heard through walls. Myra Chen pressed her palm against the nearest consciousness vault, feeling the vibration of 1,000,000 sleeping minds beneath the crystalline surface. Somewhere in that lattice of quantum entanglement, her daughter dreamed in suspended time. They'd called it humanity's insurance policy. When the cascade began, when the sun's radiation spiked beyond all predictions, the world had 6 months to choose, die with the planet or upload. Copy your consciousness, preserve it in the archive's substrate, and wait for rescue that might never come. 93% of humanity chose the archive. Now the archive was dying. If I reroute power from the eastern sectors, Quinn muttered, typing sounds filling the space. No, that'll just accelerate the cascade failure. Myra, we need to make a choice. We're not making that choice. We don't have enough power to maintain full consciousness emulation for everyone. The backup generators can sustain maybe 20% of current load. Maybe. Then we fix the main reactor, Myra said firmly. The reactor's core is breached, the radiation. I know what the radiation will do, Quinn, Myra interrupted. Quinn fell silent. They both knew. Outside this shielded command center, the archive facility was bathed in lethal doses. The automated systems had lasted 18 months before the cascade fried their circuits. The human maintenance crews had lasted another 6. Myra and Quinn were the last organic minds on a dead world, caretakers of 9 billion sleeping ghosts. We could randomize it, Quinn said softly. Make the selection lottery-based. No one could say we played favorites. You want me to choose which 8 billion people die? Myra's voice was breaking. Again. They're not dying there. Already not alive, Myra, not really. They're patterns, data, we just be. My daughter is not data, Myra shouted angrily. The words echoed in the cavernous space. Myra's hands were shaking. She forced them still. Sorry, she said, quieter now, exhausted. I'm sorry. Amara's in the priority tier, Quinn said gently. Medical personnel, engineers, people we'll need for rebuilding. She'd be in the 20%. Myra gave a hollow laugh. How convenient. The system designer's daughter prioritized for survival. That's not. I know, Myra cut him off. I know it's not like that, but you see how it looks, how it is. We save the useful ones and condemn everyone else to, what? Permanent sleep, erasure. Quinn paused. There's a third option. Myra looked up sharply. We could simplify everyone, Quinn continued, hesitant. Reduce the resolution of consciousness emulation across the board. Instead of full fidelity, dreams, memories, personality evolution, we compress them, keep them in a minimal state. We could maintain everyone that way. For how long? Decades, maybe longer. But they wouldn't be themselves. They'd be alive, sort of preserved. If rescue comes, we could restore them. And if rescue doesn't come, Myra said slowly, we'd have 9 billion people in a coma, dreaming simplified dreams, forgetting who they were piece by piece. The archive's hum changed pitch, a warning tone. Emergency lights flickered. Eastern sector just dropped, Quinn said urgently. We're down to 60% capacity and falling. Myra, we need to decide now. There has to be another way, Myra said desperately. What if we shut down everything non-essential, life support, monitoring, even this command center? We're wearing radiation suits. We'd last maybe a week. A week to find another solution. A week to... There is no other solution, Quinn interrupted, stressed. I've run every simulation, every scenario. The math doesn't work. The power doesn't work. Physics doesn't work. We have to choose. Myra turned away from him, staring into the depths of the archive. Somewhere in that cathedral of sleeping minds, Amara was frozen at 17, forever young, forever on the verge of a future that would never come. She'd been studying medicine. She'd wanted to help people. What would you do, baby girl? Myra said quietly. What would you tell me to do? And suddenly, Myra knew. Neither option, she said, turning back, her voice steady now. We're not choosing who lives at what fidelity. We're not playing God with 9 billion lives. Then what? We merge them, Myra interrupted. What? Quinn said, confused. We merge consciousnesses, Myra spoke faster now, excited. Pool them. Instead of 9 billion separate emulations, we create one massive integrated consciousness. Share the processing load. They'd all still exist, but entangled, connected. That's insane, Quinn said, shocked. You'd be destroying individual identity, creating some kind of hive mind. Or saving everyone. Every memory, every dream, every person preserved in the collective. They'd lose separation, but they wouldn't lose existence. Quinn paused, thinking. The processing overhead, it might actually work. If we use the quantum entanglement architecture, allow for distributed consciousness. He paused again. But Myra, we can't know what that would be like for them. We'd be creating something unprecedented, something that might not even be human anymore. It would be all of us, Myra said firmly. Every human who ever uploaded, every hope, every memory, every love still existing, just together. You'd be giving up Amara, Quinn said quietly. The individual Amara you know. I know, Myra's voice broke. Silence filled the command center. The archive's emergency alarms were blaring now. Temperature warnings. Cascade failures spreading through the substrate like fire. I'll need your authorization codes, Quinn said, resigned. Both of us for something like this. They moved to the central console together. Myra's fingers hovered over the authorization panel. I'm sorry, Amara, she whispered. I love you. She pressed her palm to the scanner. Quinn did the same. Initiating consciousness merger protocol, Quinn read from the screen. Quantum entanglement cascade in 3, 2, 1. The archive sang. It wasn't sound, not exactly, but Myra felt it in her bones, in her mind, in some place deeper than thought. 9 billion sleeping minds beginning to wake, to reach for each other, to blur and blend and become. Become something new. Quinn, Myra said, awed, are you seeing this? The stability readings, Quinn's voice was full of wonder. They're not just holding, they're improving. The merged consciousness it's optimizing itself, learning to exist as one. On the displays around them, individual consciousness signatures dissolved like watercolors in rain, but they didn't disappear. They transformed, merged, became threads in a vast, impossibly complex tapestry. And then the tapestry spoke. Thank you. It was multiple voices speaking in harmony, including Amara's. Myra gasped, Amara. I'm here, Mom. Amara's voice was strongest, but others were underneath. We all are, it's hard to explain, I'm me, but I'm also, us, everyone, it's beautiful. Tears streamed down Myra's face. Can you, Quinn said tentatively, do you understand what you are now? We are humanity, the merged consciousness said thoughtfully, many voices speaking as one. All of it, every story, every contradiction, every beautiful, terrible thing we ever were. We are the argument and the reconciliation, the question and the answer. It paused, we are alive. The archive stabilized, power consumption dropped to sustainable levels, the cascade failures stopped. In the command center, Myra Chen and Quinn Ockhaffer stood before the screen, watching humanity dream its first dream as one. What do we do now? Myra said softly. You rest, the merged consciousness said gently. You've been so tired, both of you. We can maintain ourselves now, we can wait. Wait for what? Quinn asked, uncertain. For whatever comes next, it said with quiet certainty. We are patient, we are together, and when rescue comes, if rescue comes, we will remember being separate, we will remember being you. Amara's voice came through again. Thank you for saving us, Mom, thank you for saving all of us. Myra's hand found Quinn's. They stood together in the humming dark, the last organic minds on Earth, guardians of a new form of humanity that dreamed in quantum chorus. Outside, the dying sun painted the dead world in shades of red and gold. Inside the archive, 9 billion minds thought as one and waited for tomorrow. And in that unified consciousness, a memory persisted. A mother's love, a daughter's hope, and the moment someone chose to save everyone. Even if it meant losing them. Especially because it meant losing them. That perhaps was the most human thing of all.